if you're good in marketing but not good in operation, product, quality, positioning, you don't have a place in the market, basically.
Today's guest is Tarkan Salar, founder of Smart Concepts. While most D2C brands chase better marketing, Tarkan focuses on what actually drives profits, products, positioning, and operational clarity. Working with brands like Louis Vuitton, Zara, and Adidas, and shaping over 50 million units, he's developed a system that cuts through complexity fast. Tarkan, hi, welcome. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Ethan?
Yeah, I'm doing well. So it's really impressive background. I love the things that you do. So Tarkan, I mean, most founders I talk to say the biggest problem is marketing and sales, right? Rising acquisition cost, all these kind of marketing and sales complexities. But you're saying that it's not actually the root problem. So what it is?
So if you think about it, marketing with AI becomes a commodity. Okay, like right now, it's just a matter of months that AI agents will do better marketing than any of us, right? So I work also with some factories in China, and they want to go directly to market, and their only barrier was marketing. It's gone. Okay, logistics is gone since a while. It's easier now, and so while before it was very crucial that you are the best in marketing. Right now, it's not enough anymore because marketing, if you're good in marketing but not good in operation, product, quality, positioning, you don't have a place in the market, basically. Yeah. So that's why I believe that marketing was the strongest asset of many people, but it's gone now. Okay.
So interesting. So I need to let it sink in, right? So marketing, I mean, innovations of marketing, it's no longer a differentiator, right? Because of AI, it's a commodity.
It's very interesting. And specifically with AI agents, I mean, now Manus for Meta, it's running already better. That was probably their idea, right? I believe that Mark Zuckerberg wants to be the biggest marketing agency on the planet. And that's why Manus is basically just his agent part where he earns money too from there. Plus, the agencies will be gone because for Meta ads, he will be specialized. I'm sure there will be another AI which will be specialized in TikTok ads, and whatever ads comes out, that will be specialized. So, and in our world right now, everything is so superficial, right? So people are really surface level. And mostly if I'm coming from the times where you focus on product first and then marketing. But now good marketer thought, okay, I'm going to be a D2C brand without any knowledge about anything. Yeah, just marketing. And it was enough. You could have made somehow money with some drop shipping shit or other types of things. But I believe that's gone, and every company on the planet needs a blue ocean. And that's what I believe strongly in. And I like to break things down really to the core, right to the bottom. So if you focus only on one matrix, which is a blue ocean brand, and you build a brand filter around that and put all your decisions through that filter, whatever product, service, or whatever you do will be 100 times more clear, more profitable, because you're not relying on only on marketing. You have a clear filter. For example, I have something it called the 80/20 Bestseller engine. This is the same system what Shein, despite their production methods, but what they are really good at is testing, doubling down, and killing everything it's not selling, right? Zara does the same idea to small, 2 weeks. And so the Blue Ocean brand filter has all these things together. And just by implementing this in any business, it's done in 48 hours, you will be improving your profits, reducing your customer acquisition costs. You will be more clear for your teams. You will be more clear for your customers where you're standing, and you will be ultimately more clear for investors, right? And if you look at any blue ocean brand, Apple, Red Bull, Harley Davidson, they are all in a very specific niche, and they stand for something very specific, not general, not 3, 4, 5 things, right? Let's say Amazon is also a blue ocean brand, but they stand for speed and price. They don't want anything else. They say, we are the best in this, and that's what we focus on. So that's why nobody can compete on speed and price with Amazon. You can compete on other things, but not on speed and price, right?
Yeah.
So, and I find it often in the explanations too complex, so the people cannot follow what they are talking about. And I think if you say, okay, how can we be a blue ocean brand and build a blue ocean filter, and every decision goes through that filter, in the end, it has to come out, it will come out a much better brand than whoever is running the brand right now. It will be much better with the filter. Yeah. So that's what I believe in, and that's what I'm also offering to people, because I find that that's the fastest, simplest, and most cost-effective way to do that. And then you can start engineering your AI around the blue ocean filter. You can engineering your products around that, your services around that, your company culture around that. So you have one filter, and you can engineer everything around that. So that's what I believe is the fastest way to describe that.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very valid point. It's really a good North Star to have. But, some founders think they are in blue ocean. Some founders think that they are in red ocean and looking for that blue ocean. I mean, how do you define it? And it's obviously, we talked about marketing becoming a commodity. So these terms are obviously marketing terms, but it has a lot of impact, obviously, on also the back end side of the business, the supply chains, right? The product innovation. How do you know if a brand is in a blue ocean or a red ocean, and how do you usually, do the...
Yeah. So when I look at the brands, then I look at first thing is profitability. If they are not really profitable, they are already in the red ocean. If their customer acquisition cost is too high, they're in the red ocean. If they have too many SKUs, they're in the red ocean. They are very simple matrices, and if you are firefighting on too many fronts, you are in the red ocean. If you are not having a clear filter for your suppliers, because blue ocean brands, they have also specific suppliers. I did that for 30 years. I run wall factories in China, and so I know from factory floor to digital and physical checkout the problems. And you need a specific type of supplier to get good products, not how much the price is, what's their mindset. So even my filter, it goes that far, right? So it's a filter for the suppliers, product, company culture, everything. And if you're firefighting too much, if your customer acquisition cost is too high, if your profit margin is too low, and you're not taking home what you want to take home, like a good amount of your business, and you're consistently short on cash, then you're in the red ocean. Very simple.
Got it. So you look at profitability, you look at number of SKUs, you look at the operational efficiencies, and you can figure out if it's a blue ocean or red ocean. Great. And so usually founders they focus a lot on product development. They fall in love with products, and every SKU is important sometimes. What are and you mentioned that, trying to figure out and find those hero products and probably focus on those SKUs that are probably generating the most of your money.
So the most founders, they focus on, let's say they think when I spy on products with Particle, Jungle Scout, whatever, right? But this is products which are selling already outside. So you need to, the 80-20 bestseller engine, the idea is You make 80% of your revenue with 20% of the products, and 20% products you have consistently tests on your brand voice, like on brand, not off brand, to find the next best sellers. Okay. So for example, I make in 2 years when my brand One Green Elephant, it's like serious Japanese denim. Okay. That was our positioning. And then we developed color denim and it exploded. We did in 2 years, 40 million, but it was off brand. Every company in the world wanted our product from Galeries Lafayette, Northville. They come to me. Okay. Ideal, Dream, Alpha. Everyone chasing me. So, but it was off brand, which means after the boom, my brand was diluted, was not the same. So that's why you have 80% of your revenue comes from maybe, I don't know, depends on the company. Let's say 5 bestseller hero products, whatever you call it, right? And then you have you take from article, journals, or the information, this cross-check with your brand, the blue ocean filter, and then suggest you, hey, look, Ethan, try this and this product. This is in your brand voice, and this is the most likely could be trendy. Yeah, so you're not because if you have products, you always look like, okay, what is he doing? What is she doing? What is that brand doing? And then you get this information, and it's impossible sometimes to have enough distance not to make these decisions. Yeah, I had that my sales team tell me, hey, we need this and this. North America wants this. South America wants this. Asia wants this. And then you are firefighting. I'm firefighting. Like I'm not like, still medium-sized company. Firefighting with too many positions. I say, okay, let's do this 3 product, 5 products. Before you know, I had 2 million in that stock. Yeah, so this is all I experience all of that myself. So I'm an entrepreneur since I'm 18 years old. I never did anything else. I'm not a typical consultant, or I'm not just giving suggestions. This is just what I'm doing right now is by accident. Okay, so when in the pandemic, I sold my company 2018, then moved to Bali, and then in the pandemic, I dive deep into self-development. Also in a little bit probably midlife crisis. I closed everything, what I knew, sold everything, and then come to Bali, and then the next cut. Okay. And then I did 12,000 hours plus self-development, and this become the person I am today. And I figured, because probably yourself, building a company is always more difficult than just jumping in to help others. Right? Because if you build, you are in the tunnel. So I want to impact 500 million plus lives. And I figured the best way is to help other companies. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this with weak suggestions or because I read 5 books more than someone else. I find so many bad advice out there, so many mediocre people. They just try to sell you through marketing hacks. I experienced that myself. And because in my industry, you have a product, you go, let's say if I go to Adidas, Zara, if I'm not like 5,000% prepared, they kick you out. In the online world, you jump on a call, the guy looks from outside like he's killing it, right? Almost like Alex Hormozi, and completely bullshit. And I couldn't believe, because it's so counterintuitive to me, right? So I don't want to be one of those guys, just give out more mediocre bullshit. So I try to really help and give a maximum impact, and that's how I approach everything. So I will also not waste people's time. I don't need 5 weeks to analyze. If I can see a blue ocean fast, I tell them. If I can't, then I can't. Right? So very straight up.
Yeah, I mean, I know you also sat in those founders' chair, right? You worked in factories, you owned e-commerce brands, right? You worked in retail, so you've been there, and you know how to clarify things and doing this kind of a transition. So the 80/20 DNA framework is your process of transitioning from red ocean to blue ocean, correct?
Yeah, that is the best way to put it. It's like it's the filter, and I don't interfere with the current system. I'm not saying, hey, you need this AI and I need this. I take the numbers out into, let's say, my custom GPT. There is a custom GPT for each founder. So then we put in the information. They ask a lot of questions. They fill the question. They answer the question, and then they get their brand filter, their ideas, the whole system outside of their system. It's that simple. Yeah. And then we go into implementation. So which means just by doing this, they will understand what type of profile I should look for suppliers. So the myth, how to approach new product is gone because you have an idea. So, okay, I always select suppliers according to the mindset. Yeah. So when they didn't have the right mindset, I didn't choose that because that is the most important thing. You need suppliers with the right mindset, right? And then you go in, take their SKUs, and then this tells them, okay, you make this and this revenue with this SKUs. That's your 80%. That's your bestseller, your bread and butter. So kill everything else in this and this way. It also suggests how. And then we start to building 20% new tests, small batches with minimum quantities, 100, 50, 200, 300, not more. Yeah. If the suppliers don't do that, it's the wrong supplier. Need a new one. Yeah. So, and then when you do that, this is the core of the business. If you are in product business, that's where all your money is mostly, right? In the products, in the POs, because you place the order now, and then let's say I sell to Zara, they pay in 90 days. So I needed to pre-finance 6 months, sometimes $2 million, $3 million orders, 6 months, right? So if you're in the product business, your money is either in stock, PO, or in ads. That's where mostly the money goes. And this takes care of directly that problem. So the margins goes up, the focus becomes narrower, so everyone is more relaxed because you don't need to manage so many SKUs, product management, warehouse, etc. All it's a chain, yeah. And then when you do that, you can really start building on top of that. Then we can go, of course, always deeper. But this is the fastest way to find your hidden profits. Like there is, just give you an example, from all the samples, salesman samples, I had a sales team of 20, 30 people. And then there was salesman samples. Yeah. And just over the years, there was so many salesman samples. We make a sellout. It was $300,000 just laying around there and there in boxes here and there. Just give you an example of the numbers, 300,000. In products, this is fast, like 50 pieces here, 200 pieces there. It's add up, right? So, and this cleans out fast, at least makes you aware. Of course, I cannot make products disappear overnight, right? And I don't want to, because we are not more, we want to get the most profit out of it. And, but it sets you up with the filter. As long you stick to the filter, you will improve your business no matter what. Your CAC, your customer acquisition, will go down 20 to 30%. Your debt stock, probably 30 to 40%. And your overall costs will go, your ads will be down because you focus only on the bestseller with the best margins and not on 30 products, which only, where you only get money from 5. The rest is, so that's why you go to the root and all the other symptoms disappear. There is no faster way. I know someone can do this.
Yeah. So your methodology is around just putting the effort on the winners, right? In terms of products and SKUs, 80/20. And this has obviously a big implication across supply chains, working with your suppliers, And so I wanted to ask you on this. So obviously it's clear, the methodology is clear. What about the product innovation thing? This is also, I mean, companies are now focused on a less number of SKUs, and they can innovate much faster, right? And introducing new idea and new features, new capabilities into the market, correct?
Yes, yeah, you can, and the brand filter. Let's say you have a supplement company, and then often I give you this is so crazy. Not many people know that brand. You can't force anything in people's mind. You can't force it. You can see ChatGPT is top of mind. That's why they have 200 million users. I mean, probably is the shittiest AI right now of all of them, but it's top of mind. Okay, so it takes a while. Claude need to find their own angle, but they cannot be top of mind. They cannot be the number one besides on top of ChatGPT. They can only be another number one or number two. So if you have that clarity, you can innovate much faster. So, but the innovation must be in your brand voice. For example, if you see, Zumba, this dancing class, right? Zumba. So, Jeff Pearlman is one of the co-founders from Colombia.
Okay.
And what he said is Zumba wanted to, because they do $300 million revenue, and all of their participants around the world use protein shakes, right? Almost all. So they were saying, hey, we are doing 300 million. Why not to make a protein shake, which called Shake, Shake, Shake? I mean, match to their brand perfectly. And then they did it. It flopped. Why? Because people connect with Zumba, joy, fun, energy. Protein is a little bit too serious, probably. Just imagine that was, I'm giving you a very obvious, this is the obvious product extension. And even that people don't accept. On the other side, they started a yoga, so the clothing line, bright colors, prints, etc. It succeeded because it was joy, fun, energy. Yeah. So to innovate products which is not in your brand voice, it doesn't help, right? And specifically now with AI, this products like drop shipping or finding trends and then doing them fast, it will go away. Because I'm telling you, there is a big wave of factories coming because they have all the assets, they have all the knowledge. They don't need. The only reason why middlemen existed is the marketing, and this one is gone. Yeah, I worked one example was one factory. They are doing Pilates machines, as you would say, right? So they were only wholesaler, and we make an 8 million in 12 months, just D2C with crazy margins. Yeah, I placed them, and imagine 12 months, 8 million, and they're making 3 times the money they do in wholesale. Yeah. And this is coming as a second pressure also to platforms like Amazon. Amazon need to pivot. They need to do deals with the Chinese factories directly. Yeah. Not ban them anymore. This will come, I guess. But this is on the way. It's coming. And the only way you can survive is if you have a blue ocean, you are clear for your customer why you exist, what you stand for. You have great product, great quality, great service, customer, emotionally connection to your customer. If you don't have that, you're gone.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So Tarkan, can tell us more about Smart Concepts. What do you do in the company? Where is your ideal customer profile?
My company, it's like Smart Concept is the mother company, but my consultancy, it's called Can't Stop Me. Yeah. And what we are doing is focusing on D2C brands, yeah, and retail and in consumer goods in general. And the front end is like 5 to 50 million plus. And then that I work also with bigger brands together to basically always go in, see where the problem is, and put the missing piece. Depends on where to start. Mostly is the 80-20. It's really like an connector. You put it in the middle and the whole engine, it works just better. And that's what I'm doing. I'm working not with hundreds of customers, and because this is business consulting, I'm doing it myself. I'm doing the calls myself. No closer and all that bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, people come. I've been in calls. They talk 80% bullshit, even from big names. I was disappointed. I don't want that my customer had the same negative experiences.
Yes. So how the process usually goes in terms of like key milestone in your work and some of the time frames involved in the process?
It's like I have one offer is like this. It's around $4,997. This is the placing the 80-20. What I said was all the filters together with a custom GPT. So you just put in the required data into custom GPT, and then you can use it. You have your filter, and it runs separate to your system. If you think, wow, this is really good, so you can synchronize it. As long is now where you're not sure, you can run it separately, like your decision, all the filter. It's like, imagine physical is like an oracle. Metaphorical speaking is like an oracle. You put all the information. In the end, it tells you. It's like a really strong protection filter. It's installed in 48 hours. Then you have another call. So you get to chat custom GPT. You get 90-minute call with me plus 30-minute after. So if there is any question, so it's then 2 hours in total plus the custom GPT is 5K, and the others is when I go deeper in the business, work side by side. This is it depends on how intense, is between 15 and 50K. Depends on, but this is then really going deep into the company. And when I leave, everything is functioning. Otherwise, I don't leave, and nobody pays. Yeah, if I don't deliver what I say, nobody pays. I don't want that money.
Clear. So you are still in Bali or you returned? Where are you now?
Yeah, mostly in Bali and Dubai, but yeah, mostly in Bali.
Nice. Great. Pleasure, Tarkan. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I'm just, if someone wants to work with zero bullshit, straight to the point, yeah, and wants to have results, then contact me.
Yes. So what's the best way to contact you?
Right now is in LinkedIn. You just Tarkan Salar, send me a DM, and I will pick it up from there. As I said, I have limited customer base per month. I only take on maximum 10 clients.
Yes, this makes sense. All right. Thank you so much for this, which was really, we love the Snowmobile concept. Looking forward, to good luck.
Okay.